Welcome back to Divinity 648. This is a current energy influence for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Uranus, and of course, wherever your placement is in your houses, which you can figure out using a birth chart. For a free one, you can visit astrocafe.com. So, whatever house has Piscean influence, it also would apply there as well. Please understand, I am a high vibrational energy intuitive, which means I step into the energy of Piscean influence and I call out the things that are being brought to my attention. Depending on your placements in your birth chart, it will affect you differently, different areas of your life, and the intensity or the severeness of the situation will vary. Because I am an energy intuitive, my vibration, right, allows me to tap into high celestial energy. This means without notice or warning, my accent will change, my tone will change, my demeanor will change. It is not the actions and viewpoints and perspectives of me, Christina Galarza, the owner of Divinity 648, but that of the energy that is providing the intuitive guidance that you came to this channel to seek. All information in this session is for entertainment purposes only, which means you have to listen and apply it where you see fit, right? You have to only accept what resonates within yourself and leave the rest for another moment in time, meaning it could apply to past energy, current energy, or energy that is upcoming. Pisces, for November 2020, or whenever you repeat this cycle in the future, because energy always repeats itself, karmic cycles, rotation. Pisces, either you or someone immediately close to you is allowing you to see or understand that there's more to you or this individual than you anticipated or thought or assumed or had awareness or acknowledgement of. You may be in the presence of someone like me. You may be in the presence of someone like my children. You may be in the presence of anyone going through an awakening process that has tapped into cosmic consciousness specifically, meaning the knowledge is undisputable. You can challenge it, but you can't destroy it, right? You can challenge it, but you can't minimize the validations or sorry, hold on a second. You cannot conceal the powerful information or influence that radiates from this individual on any level. And I don't know why you would want to, unless you have a low vibrational tendency, energy, behavior, whatever word fits for you, or all of the above, right? So Pisces, you're in the presence of this person, or you're realizing you as an individual is this person. And you're learning from this person, or people are able to learn from you, okay? Another way that this would apply to you is you're realizing your perspective has changed. You're realizing that the truths you used to stand firm with are now dissolvable within the new information, knowledge, or mindset that has now become a dominant and permanent influence in the way that your mind processes third dimensional visualizations and information. So you're in this energy. You may yourself, whether it's you or the individual that is influencing you, regardless, your energy is being influenced and you are expanding consciousness, you are expanding knowledge, you are expanding um, consequently, you are expanding the mind's capability of using itself. You are expanding and able to use areas of the mind that you did not know you could access on a previous point in time. Okay. Key for this is to continue to work with selenite. So, selenite, citrine, amethyst, uh, mookaite jasper, and I think I said amethyst, so we're good. And clear quartz too, and black tourmaline, excuse me. Those are the primary stones. Those are the primary energetic influences, because those are external influences to your person that you want to keep around you in your workplace, home, car, you know, pockets, wear it, do whatever you need to do. But if you can maintain yourself in the company of these specific external influences, you will notice your ability to focus has increased, allowing you to pursue the things that empower you, motivate you, make you drive, have you passionate. It's that spark that lights you up, anything that brightens your soul, anything that is food for the soul or fuel for the light that you radiate as a soul. Um, and this brings salvation, right? This brings harmony, balance, abundance, prosperity. Harmony, key word there, harmony, not just to you, but to those around you. So, what are you feeling like you need to do? What is your calling? Are you a book author? Do you have real life experiences? Listen to that again. Real life experiences to share with everyone else. You don't want to write something based off of other people's knowledge. You want real life experiences. This is not general, this is specific, right? If you are relating to this energy, this is very specific. You've gone through something and you need to get it out. You need to share it by any and all means with other individuals without putting a pause or hesitation, because you are being supported and guided to do so. Because what you've gone through, how you endured it, the way you are healing from it, and the way that you use it to prevent it from repeating itself based on real life experiences becomes the new way of doing things. I'm going to call something out here, and I hope it doesn't show my nerdiness, but astrology, numerology, you know, alchemy, let me tell you, my favorite, okay? Egyptian astrology, Greek mythology. Number one, if you look up the word mythology and you see what it's referencing, you should feel like that's inadequate. That is not mythology. That is history. We call it mythology, and I'm not even going to get on that. I'm just going to leave that part alone. It is not mythology. It is history. Okay? Let's just clarify that. You look at all of that, and you can tell when you are calm and collected and grounded and you're focused and you're reading into these things, you can tell what is fact and what is embellishment, right? So you want to read into things and do adequate research in what you are pursuing. If you are feeling the need to show your artistic abilities and display it in a manner that allows clients or consumers to pursue you. You need to make sure you cover every and all bases because there's always going to be that one individual or group, several, few organizations who are threatened, intimidated, and for whatever their reasoning, they can't figure it out them damn selves. You just irk their soul. So they're going to come for you. They'll do petty things like call the city on you, send clients to you, try to record you for entrapment, get you to process payment methods without using a platform that is meant for that type of a purpose, so they can haul your ass into court or contact that company so you can be sued and shut down. If they fail, they will continuously try to come at you, right? So you want to make sure you're in alignment with self by crossing all your T's, dotting all your I's. Always keep records in advance. It's not because you think the worst of everyone. It's not because you're not a people person. It's because you understand, due to the fact that you are now tapped into cosmic consciousness, you understand that third dimensional energy is low vibrational no matter what, no matter who, no matter what. That is the low vibration energy. It doesn't get darker than 3D energy. Okay? It doesn't. And do you know what the 3D realm is? Do you know what the third dimension is? That is everything you see, touch, feel, eat, smell, and taste, right? Quantum physics, everything is energy, everything is constantly in motion. Think about that. It is an illusion for that sense, because if these molecules are constantly in motion, and the true definition of a piece of wood is, or a table, is not that it's actually a table, it's a bunch of molecules close together, constantly in vibration, right? There's layers and levels to shit. That's no different than the things that you see, smell, hear. That's why other people can hear, see, smell things that you don't. And based on your awareness and the way that you maintain your energy, your consciousness perceives things on certain vibrations, which is why Piscean energy is understanding that they have to do things in order to maintain a higher vibration so they can see things as a whole instead of being limited to the things that they are able to see now. I always feel like I'm being misunderstood. I always feel like everybody's out to get me. This is the vibration you're riding on. You don't like it? Fix it. How do you fix it, right? Easy. Fruit, veggies, water, increase it daily. Water should be your primary intake of anything, okay? Water is key, and not just any water. You want clean water. You want groundwater if possible, right? You want pure water, volcanic water sometimes, right? You want to keep things balanced. Do your research. If you go to the recommendations page on my website, there's a documentary on the secret of water. It is cheap. It is available on Amazon. Listen to it. Look at the scientific evidence that supports the fact that water is a living thing. And it dies in household plumbing and pipes and sewer drains and all this shit, chemical plants. So when you get it out of a faucet, it is contaminated because number one, the chemicals they use in that plant is contaminated. I don't know about you, but my local city, the water has at least 16 contaminants, all cancer causing, right? All of it. Disgusting. And yet that runs into bubbler systems in our schools for our children to drink, right? Libraries. It's like the government understands how they clean our water. And they're okay with us having city water supplied to us for drinking purposes in public areas. I don't understand that. But let's just keep going, right? That's a whole nother episode for the Hidden Gem podcast that I do. So, Pisces, you're in cosmic conscious energy. You are focusing, right? You are focusing on the things that you want to do. What is your soul telling you you want to do? Find the various levels of requirements and licensure. If you are doing things like water heater installation, for example, you want to thoroughly read the instruction manual, and you want to look up the state codes and make sure you are 100% in compliance, because things like that can put somebody's life at risk, right? If you are doing makeup, you want to make sure you look up all the various ways of sanitizing your brushes, storing your brushes, carrying your brushes, the containers that they're in, the chemicals that you're using. Substitute brushes with substitute chemicals. That way, if you find out the client has an allergic reaction to certain solvents or whatever you have it, you can already say, one, I'm using the best thing out there that is hypoallergenic and blah, 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 right? Or two, when a client comes, you ask them again in person and you make sure you get it in writing that they are not allergic to. And then you list off the brands of makeup you're using, the palettes. You say all ingredients are available online. You take pictures of the labels, and you make sure you indicate that it's the client's responsibility to do due diligence and research the makeup and chemicals and products and supplies that you are using to ensure that they do not have a chemical or allergic reaction that to their knowledge. And you make them sign off on that, because it takes one person to be having a fucked up day to mess up you, right? And there's a difference between somebody intentionally having a bad day or a situation going on that has nothing to do with you and they take it out on you, versus someone who genuinely avoided everything, every possible way to have conflict with you, and you continue to pursue them, which result in something more serious. There's a difference between you going after someone and someone coming after you and you defending yourself, right? So you know the laws, you make sure you're in compliance, and you always back yourself up, because with cosmic consciousness, you're thinking at least 220 days in advance, right? At all times, at every given second. You are 220 days ahead of the fucking game, for sure. Never mind the other awarenesses and abilities that allow you to project yourself and view things. Cosmic consciousness is basically being limitless. It's when you have mastered the various elements or portions, excuse me, of alchemy, and you do it effortlessly, right? That blows cosmic consciousness, right? That is the same as cosmic consciousness. You are aware that everything is movable, interchangeable. Water, the primary ingredient in your body, is the only known living thing in existence to us here that can be altered in its consistency, right? Ice, water, it can evaporate to steam. You can breathe it and yet return back to water, right? Condensation. Nothing else can do this. Your body is primarily water. Pisces, I'm talking directly to you and also to the other listeners. Listen to me. Water does these amazing things. You can talk to water. Watch the documentary. It will change its shape. You can take a dead cell of water and make it come back to life by simply speaking life into it. It has been proven. Music affects the way that water appears under the scope, right? Music is vibration. Your entire body, mind, body, soul, spirit, energy is influenced by water. The primary ingredient to your existence is water. The moon affects high tide, low tide, calm seas, rough seas. Stop with this bipolar ADHD bullshit and take responsibility for your energy. Pay attention to the moon cycles. Journal how it affects you. Notice the tendencies, the behaviors, the arguments, the repetitive behavior, and notice when the moon overlaps them. Wow, my friend, now you see the pattern. I'm not saying get off your medication, but I'm saying start looking into the stones or external influences or crystals, as we call them, and the ways that they would affect your energy so that way you can maintain yourself properly and conduct yourself accordingly, maintain composure, right? It's not that you're batshit crazy, it's that you're not in alignment. You're not maintaining mind, body, soul, spirit energy. You're maintaining the body. You're dulling the body to compensate for your energy. Makes no sense to me. Excuse me. So, Piscean energy and all others who are watching and listening for the hidden gems that I always put out there to the universe for everyone, no matter what your intentions are with it. Deep breath, ground your energy, stay focused, follow that intuitive pull so you have no more obstacles, no more blockages, no more barriers, no more anything. I swear it drives me crazy how many words we have for the same exact influence. It's so like mind-blowing to me, but whatever. So, ground your energy, stay focused, stay in alignment with who you are, trust yourself, cross your T's, dot your I's, maintain adequate records. Everyone should be maintaining financial ledgers, right? Everyone, even if you're just a normal Joe Schmo who has no business of their own. Maintain your finances, maintain your records, no tax breaks, no tax laws. Understand that you are entitled to certain exemptions, certain deductions if you go over a certain amount of money in medical expenses, certain amount of money in auto expenses that relate to you going to work. Like you need to be paying more attention. Keep a ledger. You want to include a receipt log. You want to include a invoice folder, like load all your invoices on them, and then you want a payment log that matches, your expense log. You know what I mean? Every log that you have should tie into one another. And if you're really good, and that's for people who don't have like Excel features as like a dominant skill on the computer, right? If you're good on a computer, you could do all these different spreadsheets and then have an extra setup going where the data is exported elsewhere into a report. So that way, when tax time comes, you are more prepared, organized. Your information is backed up so nobody can audit you and slap you with assessments and fines and fees or charge you things that you shouldn't have been responsible to pay for, right? It also allows you to be held accountable and hold others accountable for their actions, lack of actions. Trifling energy, deceit. You're in 3D environment. This is low vibrational. If you're not dealing with toxic people and energy, it's not because you're not uh, it's not a mindset. It's not a disorder. It's the vibration you're riding. I don't, that's a whole nother podcast, that channel that I do that on. But you really need to look a little bit deeper. You want to manage your finances better. You want to keep better records, not necessarily just hard copies, right? Look up the law, see how long you have to maintain X amount of records for, what type of records you should have. That way you can always back yourself up. That way, if the government decides to do an audit that's like fucking 6 years ago or whatever years ago, you could say, wait a minute, that's out of, you know, what is that? Statute of limitations. Also, side note, which I'm going to start adding more of these things online, and you have to bear with me. I do things as guided to. I do it on my vibrational time. This isn't my only thing I've got going on. Um, how to control your space more, how to command your energy better will be done on podcast Hidden Gem. How to properly conduct yourself when renting apartments. I personally am going through something that I don't mind sharing because I know it's way too fucking common. And I don't care that I'm swearing, it's the energy that I'm in. Um, Way too common. So on Hidden Gem, I'll be going through resources to help you with renting an apartment and making sure that your rights are being protected and respected at all given times. What should be expected of you and what should not be expected of you, regardless of your status in this country, regardless of your status as a tenant, whether you have a will or you don't, you are entitled to basic human rights, minimal sanitary housing rights, right? Mass sanitary codes have to be respected by everyone, regardless of who the fuck they think they are and how they feel that they know enough people to keep them above the law, right? So you want to visit the website. You want to be patient with me. You want to check out the groups section. As I am guided to, I will be creating groups and updating groups, and these will be done in phases based on planetary alignments and current energy. Um, Another thing also is I'm going to start doing lives, but on Zoom. So it will be exclusive to a limited amount of people where I collectively ground your energy. And to be on that, you would have to visit the website, book now, and go down to the bottom of the list of services that I offer. And you want to look at energy maintenance group session. Prices are $33 for all group sessions, no matter what. That price will never change for no one. It might go lower if I sense a financial hardship. You want to look into that because on those lives, I'm going to collectively ground and clean your energy. I am going to balance your chakras. I'm going to do a separate group dedicated to those types of energy work. So that way, you know what to do before the session, you know what to do during the session, you know how to conduct yourself after the session. There's also going to be a disclaimer because there's always that one individual who doesn't know the difference between what's meant for me and what I call in for me, right? So, thanks for listening. Oh, also, because one of my competitors doesn't want to leave me alone, I have to call this out. Scheduling appointments are done online. All scheduling of appointments are done online unless there is a website error, okay? And I will work on that with you, with your patients. All payments are processed at the checkout on the website. You will be redirected to PayPal. PayPal is a third-party service that you do not need to have an account with to process payments. This protects your information from being hacked by anyone who tries to hack me. This also gives you that comfort in knowing that I can't see your financial records. Booking a session with me requires membership. Why? Because, very simple. One, I don't look at your personal information. I don't need to keep notes on anybody. I don't care for that. I don't have time for that. I assure you. But randomly, I will go through my records that my website produces, and I will see how many sessions you've had with the type of sessions you had. I will intuitively decide a discount or credit or assign a promo code. So your next session will have a surprise discount. I like to call this karmic rewards. You have to contact me and ask me to subscribe to that program. Sometimes while I'm scrolling through, or if you contact me for a session, or if you log on to my website, I'll instantly feel you and I'll know if there's a hardship or not. And if I'm busy and I'm not paying attention, you would be required to reach out to me through the chat feature on the website or through the mobile app that my business has. And you would let me know the situation. I will know if you're lying because I will read you and I will adjust the price accordingly. The point to consulting with an energy intuitive or a psychic or a medium or anybody who is gifted in such a way, which I should have rephrased that differently, but the purpose of communicating with someone like this is enlightenment, healing, growth, guidance, right? Our position is supposed to be raising humanity, right? Raising vibrations, enlightening individuals and giving them positive direction and influential energy. My prices are not low because my services are inadequate. My prices are low because I comprehend and understand the average individual lives off of minimum wage. How can a ethical worker, regardless of years of experience, who does not have to pay any fees or costs to channel and assist you through the tools of divination, charge you more than you are capable of earning? I mean, yeah, we have our prices, but if I know you live off of minimum wage and I'm charging you $200, $300 for something that when I hang up the phone with you, I'm going to walk away and continue on with my day. I'm not laying in bed. My energy's not drained. I'm not lethargic. Ethically, it's just not more, bottom line is my prices are what they are because I have a conscience and I'm in alignment with who I am. And I don't need to rob you. I don't need to get rich off the poor. It is not due to my inability or having good intentions, but not able to complete services that I offer on my site. Hint, hint. Have a nice day.